Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, of course it is. Of course it is vital to the future of us all. We all want to know, how bad was it? It was bad. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh shit. Shit is really bad. I mean, it was embarrassing in a lot of places, not just a few places, a lot of places. This is, in my opinion, a ratings killer. Or no, so it's not already doing stellar. Now, I'm expecting it to have a low depreciation between weeks 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, because I think week 2 was a stronger episode, right? And I'm just of the mind that matters, right? If it's good, it does well. If it's bad, it does worse. Is that the case? I don't know. But it was titanically bad. Doctor Who is the show that will always find you out, and this is it. See, eventually you got to start putting some plot in, and you can't rely on things whizzing around, and it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it does, but it's boring at the same time. It relies very much on Jodie's acting ability. Yeah, that's not something you should rely on. Real cringe. Not as cringe as Mandip Gill. Oh my God. Yes, who's hanging a little bit out of her range. Just a little bit out of her range. She can't do it. She can't do it. She's useless. Oh my God. It was. I don't think it was preachy, but I have to go over it again. I was just too amazed by how bad it was. And it was very bad and very cringe in a lot of ways. I don't want to undersell this. It was a really bad episode. It was not as bad as Orphan 55. Still not as bad as that. But I'm just saying in terms of technically making an engaging hour or 50 minutes of TV. Thank God it was shorter as well. Oh, last week was an hour. This week is 15 minutes. Thank God. Less of their drivel. Oh, man, it dragged. I can't believe we've got 3 more weeks of this shit to go. I mean, really? And then we've still got a couple of weeks off and got gurning through the special. I think he's had help with the cliffhangers. Because the cliffhangers, generally speaking, are quite good. There are a couple of elements in this that are quite good, but not many. Not many. No. Yeah, it's so fine. We will go through the episode. I took extensive notes. I'll show you how much notes I took. Oh my God, it just went on forever. I do everything as an email. Right, and I wrote it as a on my phone. Is this the one? Right. So look, this is it goes on and on and on. Oh God, and on. Oh, and on and on. And this is how it fell. Oh, and on and on. I was like, dude, mother. Oh, God. So listen, I often wondered why somebody would watch this live stream and my video review tomorrow. This is time I'm going to recommend it, because this is one we're going to need to go in there. Right now, you're just getting the immediate post incident report, right? So I'm like, they're still checking out the rape kit. It just happened. Yeah. Wow. It's just so bad. It was like in parts it was like them trying to do Heaven Sent. They just can't do it. Oh my God. And they're trying to do this big finish timey-wimey plot, which isn't that interesting once you work it out. and it doesn't work, and it's boring. And it's just and what it glimpses you to go. Now, what I should be doing though, right? I should be waiting. I should be writing down all the instances of things that say, "Oh, we're going to get an answer later," right? So I got to go back in through episode 1 and write up all the unanswered questions we have, and see what we actually get answers to. Because I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them get forgotten. It's just the way things seem to be going. But let's see who's here. Derek Madison, how you doing, sir? Rob, anybody. Rob, literally anybody. This is Special Olympics cosplay actor, Doctor actor Yas loses a false eyelash at the Gardeners, and her Special Olympics cosplay doctor spent 46 minutes whining about how its patriarch is full. Kinda, there was a lot of cringe in this, right? A lot of cringe, a lot of Dr. Yaz bickering. God, they hate each other. Yeah, listen, I know. Yeah, they're not happy with each other. Heather Suley, how you doing? Epsilon underscore, how are you, sir? Thank you, Heather Suley. I spend time with these thumbnails. Jess jumped in over from Noah and he seemed to like the episode a lot. Really? Really? Listen, God bless him. Wow. Really? This was awful. It was so bad. And I've been quite complimentary about episodes 1 and 2. What? This was shit. Oh, God. I mean, listen, everybody can have their own opinion, obviously, but it was shit. I don't know how else to say it. Oh, my God. Okay. This reminds me of Friday night this week. Alright, this reminds me of Friday night this week. I was in synagogue, and I almost lost it laughing with like tears of laughter because there's this really sweet old guy who's deaf as a post, and he was singing the songs, but it was always one beat behind. So we were like, and he was like, yeah. He's not very good, but he's very loud. And he was so sweet. And then he got a beat in front, and I couldn't stop laughing. I was crying, right? I was crying. Like I was just now. He liked it? Motherfucker, really? Okay. Okay, listen, as Rusty Davis will say, none so queer as folk. It was like subpar Big Finish. Really, it would have been rejected. It was more like, it was really amateur hour in terms of scripting. Oh, and acting in a lot of ways. It was really bad. Hey, let me get through the chat, then we'll say it. Then we'll go through the episode. Sorry, Nix is here. Darren M, how you doing? What like do we just watch? Says Vice Scribe. Flipping trash. That's my thought. Yes. Again, just on a technical level, it was unwatchable bilge. Right? It was like I don't know. This is proof that nothing matters. Like that, General can just write a 45 minutes of his gaping arsehole, and they're like, yeah, stamped, Stunning and Brave. Yeah, we've got a lot of Stunning and Brave to talk about. Oh, it's so Big Finishy. Oh, I mean, bad Big Finishy, not good Big Finish. I didn't even watching it. I only got back from a nice meal out with the family and switched on TV and agreed with Jodie Whittaker. Needless to say, I changed the channel. Yeah, listen, this is a ratings shedder. I mean, my God. I would love to see the ratings data from people as in real time as they're watching, because I bet it got like, went, ew. And like, I bet you got like a 5-10 minute like trail out, right? I don't think people lasted long with it at all. And like, I don't know, they got to advertise those Weeping Angels a lot to get people back next week. I doubt they're gonna. Right? I don't know. Oh, this was for most people's switch upable. That was Oscar's Engines. Tim McCoy says, "What a dump of dung this episode was. I tend to agree. Fucking hell. Hello, gang. I hope it was good. All good. I hope. Well, I just did watch Doctor Who. Now, you may ask, what would I rather? Would I rather watch this episode of Doctor Who or have a fish shoved up my ass? Rather watch this episode of Doctor Who because the damage is already done. I've never had a fist up my ass. I'm quite happy to go to the end of my days without having a fist up my ass. You might people want to say, see, didn't the good Lord create the good world with all these wonderful things in it for you to try to see if you like it? I'm like, yeah, but I don't want a fist up my ass, okay? How about just a finger? No, not even a finger. What would I rather, a finger up my ass or watching this episode? Now, that's a different question, right? A fist is a no, all right? But a finger, if it's like, with my wife or, a spouse that I would be in a relationship with, a loving relationship in, and it's something that would really get them off, I guess, and they were hot, I will give it a go, okay? I will give it a go, in the midst of lovemaking. I will give it a go more, rather than watch this episode. Fine! We see, now this is the right rating. How bad was the episode? Not bad enough that I'd rather get a fist up my arse than watching it, but good enough, but still bad enough that I would rather have a finger inserted in my rectum in the midst of lovemaking with a significant other who was attractive. Okay? I think it'll be made up a bit. Make yourself look nice and daddy. So that's how I would rate it. Take a finger up your ass rather than watch it. There you go. Again, a feminine finger for me. It's got to be something they're really into. Fine. Double done this was. Yeah, well, I guess. I think it was the same thing there. I know it'll be crap as soon as they announced Jodie Whittaker, but the depth of it has sunk to unbelievable. I can't even remember. It was woke in a lot of places, but it wasn't lectury. I don't know. Look, this is where you watch my review tomorrow. I said I'm going to go through it with. I see tomorrow's review. I go through. I watch it again. I get a lot of screen grabs, right, and I go through it in detail. But again, I got these very detailed notes I have right now. Everything doesn't have to be a debate, Doctor. Yes, that's one of my notes. They just don't like each other. The Doctor doesn't like Yaz, okay? The Doctor doesn't like Yaz. It's Robert Payne. Don't think of it, any lesbian relationship. Yeah, it's a very gay relationship they're obviously having. Stuart Perry is here. How do you keep your jolly as my Chibnall's offering? Well, for me, it's not Doctor Who, right? It's not. I've detached this from what Doctor Who is for a while now, right? It's honestly, he's Capaldi is still regenerating, or go for the season 12 Dr. Alex offering instead, which sort of sidesteps all this nonsense. Just put a Dalek on set. I don't think they had Daleks on set. I think they were all CGI. And I think the CGI was a little bit off as well, right? And the trim looked a bit. I don't know. They looked a little bit off, right? Those Daleks. But it was nice to see them though. Funnily, like the old-fashioned bronze Daleks, just normal Daleks, not Teletubbies. Cynix is here. How you doing, Cynix? We keep scrolling. I'm up to date. Fine. So let's start thinking about this episode. Once upon a time, man. Whoa. It's bad. It's just really bad. Okay, I'm trying to... Okay, so let's start. Let me get... Yeah, one second. Let me just get to my notes. So I'll just stretch my legs before I'm starting. Right, I'm sitting down again. Okay. Think you're going to have an accident when cleaning up? Well, I guess so. Fist or Jodie, both too horrible to contemplate. Well, you see that you got to find the right spot of what's right and what's wrong. All of the people they're doing during Cabaldi's regeneration back into Cabaldi. That's essentially what they did in season 12. Basically, fine. So it starts off. I'm watching All Live. So first we have a Children in Need ad, and I'm thinking, you know, you've devalued all these people. Come and see all your favorite stars. And nobody gives a shit anymore, okay? Because, like, nobody gives a shit about what you make because it's all about lecturing everybody. So then there's this, like, childish CBB shows, sci-fi show shit being advertised by, what's it called? Nova Jones. And I'm like, yes! Why can't you just make Nova Jones and piss off and leave us alone with Doctor Who, right? Right, Nova Jones is what you wanted, right? Okay, so then we had previously, and I'm like, okay, previously we've seen it before. At least we didn't get this episode 1 cliffhanger again, which is a shame because that's epically bad. I've always wondered. What was that? What's that, Jodie? What the end of the universe would feel like? So we don't get it. So anyway, so then we go 5, 4, 3, 1, snap, right? And Yaz is about to have all time space rip through her. Then we go to boing, we're in Belle's story. And it's like seems to be a voiceover by somebody from the English countryside, very very mum said, I can't really place the accent, but it does sound very like mum set to me. And then she's a stunning and brave, slightly pudgy Asian woman. She's kind of got a bit of the imagine Rose Tico slightly hotter, right? Rose Tico slightly hotter. Yeah, okay. Rose Tico not unfuckable. Which so Rose Tico definitely in Last Jedi unfuckable. They just had a dress. I don't know. Imagine dressing her up a bit to make her not unfuckable. Because as I said, right now unfuckable. And she's a stunning and brave Asian. And she's in the Dalek sector. And that's very cool, right? I wrote in capitals, very cool. You see a patrol of Daleks go by. They're all CGI. And she's saying, time and space has broken down. There's blue clouds of Top of the Popsy from 1980s, like, that flies around and eats people. And she says, nothing's gonna stop me getting you. Nothing, give me and then moves right into the shit title. And boy, does it fit, you know. The season 26 Blu-ray set is very jarring because those titles just don't match the stories. But season 24, they perfectly match. And so this title's so matches, like bland, awful, right? So, so we have got this bit where we have everything. They do this like you should never do, right? Oh my God. I don't think they've ever done before, Jodie. You have this whole monologue from the Doctor's point of view. And like her thought, like as a voiceover. She loves us. She said, hey, I run around, I think, go clever, up the stairs, okay, keep up, I think so quick, mate. No, you're a doofus. Oh, Joe's baby, know who you are, you're a doofus. Oh, yeah, so I got to decide, quick, So then she comes up with a shit plan, and she jumps onto one of those little plinth things that the flickering people, the Moray, were on, and she's falling through time-space vortex. Look like this is where the time stone came from. I wonder if this is connected. So she's in like this time vortex, time storm. It's fan wank bollocks, mate. It really is. Yeah, fan wanky bollocks. I mean, honestly, go. I've listened to it once. I'm going to listen again. Go listen to Dr. Alex's new episode. It's so much smarter. Oh, it's so much smarter. Than this. It's just. It's kind of like it's got a very like Talons of Wing Jiangzi feel to it going on. I am enjoying with Capaldi, so I am enjoying that. So she thinks she comes up with a thoughtless plan. She jumps on the plinth. So there's lots of bad exposition going on. It's already based on how well she can give her a dialogue. Vice Versa tell me she's Irish. Thank you, because the accent goes all over the place. There's all this like shitty exposition dialogue going on. And it's really given over badly. This is Chibnall ripping off Hellbent. I mean, like, are you mad? Like, Capaldi can pull off Hellbent for one episode if you don't rewatch it. If you rewatch it, it gets cringe, right? It does, mate. I'm sorry, and I love Capaldi, but this is Jodie, for God's sake. Oh. Don't get me started on Mandy. Oh, God, she's so awful. She's so shit in this. Oh, my God. So then, they're in the bosses. There's a weeping echo. There it is. And then, hey, Icky Thump, you won't get me like, you think I'm joking. That's based, again, I got to rewatch it, but I think it's kind of what happened. Right? Honestly, it's like you could replace her with an Aardman animation claymation figure, like the Wallace and Gromit, and you really wouldn't notice the difference. In fact, she would be more endearing, right? And they should do that. That would be much better. I got to see if I can do some kind of mock-up like that, because that's really got to be done. And then it goes flash, and we're in this like different reality. And she's wearing a dark coat. And they're all got the division guns. She's there with Dan and Vinda and Yaz, and they're about to attack the temple of Anthropos. And it's all very military-ish. And then she's like, "Oh, what's going on? Icky Thump! I don't know where I am." I'm like, darling, we know. I mean, like, do you remember in Deadly Assassin when Tom Baker went into the Matrix and it was very surreal, right? So the absolute opposite of that. The opposite. Yeah, remember it was really good? Yeah, this was really bad. So you basically work out they're ripping off Zagreus at this point from Big Finish. And I was like, well, it's a weird one to rip off because it's a while ago and it wasn't very good. You had the regular cast paying other people. So that's what's going on there. This is her original time group, time team going into combat to storm the temple of Atropos on the planet Time to take the Ravagers, right? But she doesn't know that right now. And he said, "Oh, we got to do something to get rid of that temporal haze." So she said, "Hey, what's going on?" And then she knows what's happening again. They're attacking the temple of Atropos, so they got to get the hostages. And we get a flash and blowing flash, and it's Dan in Liverpool with the one-armed woman. Liverpool, do you want to get a drink in Liverpool? You only got one arm, but I'm not going to mention it because we're in Liverpool, and I'm that kind of guy. Like our kid with one arm, Liverpool. I mean, damn our kid. That's essentially what his character is turning into, right? And they're hanging out, and there's like, "Oh, I like you. Let me do a bit of courting and smash it and flash me pearly whites," which he does. And she asks him why he's single. He's like, "Yeah, you're a pretty good-looking guy. Yeah, you seem okay. What's going on?" He was nearly married, apparently, but it was jilted at the altar or 3 days before by a woman who couldn't imagine being married to him, and I think he's been a bit wobbly ever since. Right? That's basically what I can take turn up from that. Right? Time flashes. It gets dark again. It's nighttime. They don't notice. Then time starts to break down. They saw some of those blue cows of these bad special effects. So people says they eat them. And then it's nighttime. So Stan starts to really something's wrong, and then he sees like this spectral doctor like him. Hey, Dad! Hey, I'm trying to contact you. Ooh, it's not working. Icky thump. Ooh, I don't know what to do. It's essentially what she was saying. And he's like, hey, what's going on, doctor? And then the Dan's one-armed girlfriend said, oh, why'd you leave me? I'm alone. Where were you, Dad? And they flash. Oh god, it's Doctor and Yaz as a policewoman in a police car talking to the Doctor as a policewoman police car, yammering on about some meaningless, boring crap about blah, 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 and Maddox doing her best like confused acting. Not, you see, that's in a wheelhouse. Maddox can do confused. She knows what a confused face looks like. Right, it strikes me that she's not somebody who's new to confused faces. Okay, not the cleverest spark in the world, Miss Gill, as we're going to find out very shortly. Where are we? Okay, fine. So they're putting the police car. And then the other person, the Jodie, changes and she's into, and she's a black woman who's a policewoman instead, yammering on. Then Yaz sees a weeping angel. Hey, I'm scared. Icky thought, yeah, she would be better with a Aardman animation, claymation figure as well. She really would. Then they go, we're in the future, we're in a sci-fi, spacey world, and it's Vinda meeting with his boss, getting his huge promotion. His boss, though, is being played by Yaz. Mandip can't do it. Mandip can't play like somebody who isn't her. Right? She's awful. Her delivery is so stilted and wooden. Like she doesn't understand the words she's saying. It's really bad. It's like this is cringe level. This is like if you like this era of Doctor Who, you're embarrassed at this point. Right? So he's so Vin's getting his big promotion. He's going to he has to protect the Great Serpent or whatever that. Who gives a shit? Oh God! It's like I'm telling him, man. It's like it's not as bad as All in 55, but I am like losing my will to live. Trying to go. It's so shit. It's so shit. Oh. God, no liked it. I gotta listen to that stream after this. I'm perplexed. Whatever. I don't understand. Okay, would you like being bored? I don't know. Are you suffering from insomnia? This could help you. I'm falling asleep trying to recount this boring shit. So the Doctor's trying to break through, and Yaz's Madam is a shit actress. And man, it's like you have the chief promotion. Don't let the Great Serpent down, okay? So then we go. Blah. We're back to the Doctor Temple raid, and they're about to. They're being very military-ish, and not very doctory, but it's a Doctor. And she's in a dark coat and who gives a shit. There we go. Whoa, we're back in the vortex, and now the Mori, the creatures in the thing we've never heard of before, are these big, massive entities. They're like a shit representation of the prophets from Deep Space Nine in the wormhole, right? They're like these giant heads, and the Doctor's like, no, Eki, no, I'm just hanging here, being little, and you're so big, what's going on? And like, yeah, so Jodie tries some acting, embarrassing, right? I don't even remember what happened, but that's my notes. Jodie tries some acting when talking to the Mori, and it's just embarrassing, and it really is. It's like this is both of this is a showcase of the lack of talent of Jodie Whittaker and Mandip Gill, and also Chris Chibnall as well. But like, they're so bad in this story, right? They are so incredibly bad, out their depth bad. You know, I feel sorry for them, right? This is God, man. I hope there's some reviews tomorrow to put in my video because they're going to be hilarious. So fine, they're back at the Doctor raid, and she looks at a reflection of herself, and she's Dr. Ruth. This is a memory of her from when she was Dr. Ruth. So now we got like this thing that's been. So finally, she's able to access these memories that have been torn away from her and scrubbed throughout time. So she's very, very. She's quite excited about it, right? Trying to work out what's going on. So this. This is all about the initial capture of the Ravagers, right? The initial capture of the Swarm. Although you don't see Swarm here, you see an older version of him. Let me see. And also, her friends are playing different people in a memory. So Dan is a dog person, right? Another doggy person. Turns out, by the way, he's actually the doggy person. So that's bullshit. Like, how can anybody who knew her then still be around in this reality if they want to erase? I mean, like they got to erase his memories. They that's what they did. Like, with Jamie and Zoe, they erased all their memories. You got to erase everyone's memories. Like, who is this doggy person? Like, he was the ultra villain. Did he know the Doctor? Like, what? It's so many questions that opens up, none of which we're going to get answered, right? It's just it's kind of like in Star Trek when they do the Mirror universe. It's kind of cool, but then when you think about it, it's stupid. So this is like that, but it's not cool, right? It's only stupid, right? It's only stupid. Yeah. Jack Deck says this tonight's episode was a disjointed mess. Yeah, I think this is a ratings implosion, right? I think this is like, I just wrote that in my notes. So I'm sensing a ratings implosion. So now, Dan is the avatar of the dog person. Then Dan is in the industrialist tunnels, who's being chased by the evil Edwardian bloke. I think the guy from League of Gentlemen with a laser pistol. And they have a bit of a talk. What you doing, sir? From the future, I know, it's just annoying. Like, I'm just annoyed, right? So then, Dan is by the Liverpool River. He meets the spectral Doctor again, and she just tries acting and says, "Fine, I'm trying to hide you in your own time stream. Just wait here. I'm trying to." So, like, she's basically. What's happened is, I think, she jumped into the plinth, and so instead of Yaz having all the time flow through her, it happened to Jodie instead, and they're all in this time storm together, and they're on this time storm together, and they're all going through their own personal timelines, with everybody else playing avatars of everybody else in their personal stories. And so, yeah, again, look, This is okay for a big finish, sort of, maybe. But like it's it's just, again, it's just unintelligible to your average viewer, right? I really think this is a ratings implosion. So fine. So Dr. Ruth, or Dr. Raid. I was going to say. So then we keep going back to. Then it says sector 44 billion, whatever. I don't know. And we see a spaceship flying around. It's the Irish Asian, apparently, a woman who's stunning and brave. Flying a spaceship because she's stunning and brave, and she flies around because she's straight from Big Bloody Finish, right? This is a character they have in every Big Bloody Finish play, except that we find out at the end that she's straight. So no, that can't be. If she was a lesbian, we have her in every Big Finish play. She's a stunning and brave, kick-ass, masculine figure from the future. So now she's in the in this red forest in the cyber sector. That's kind of cool as well, right? So she says she's still going to come to you in a voiceover, whoever the you is, we don't know at this point. She knows about Anthropos and the Moray, right? So they so the universe she's going through is a pretty much post-apocalyptic one. Everything's collapsing and falling down and been destroyed by the Flux. Now, we saw the Flux eat planets. Apparently, it doesn't do that. It just screws everything up. It puts planets through a shitty filter, I guess, right? That's what the Flux event does. Fine. So well, she knows so now Vinder is his he's got his new swanky job. His new swanky job is the guard for this guy, basically the guy from Line of Duty, Cotton, from Line of Duty. I'm just going to call him Cotton. Okay, that's who he is now, is Cotton. He's got like this white flash of hair, black hair, and he's a dick, right? Some kind of politician dick, and he's a great serpent that Vinder must protect, and is his bodyguard. Essentially, it sounds like a really shitty job, and he's a bit of a shitty guy. I didn't need to say he's a shitty guy. He's a white guy. That makes all sense. Then we're back to Yaz's story. So then she's with her sister. Yaz's a much hotter sister, right? Can we see more of a sister? No, like he's butting into Jodie. I like it. So her and her sister want to play video. She wants to play video games, so she can play video games, so she can appear attractive to boys. Darling, you're already hot. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, if you listen. I appreciate the effort. The effort is always appreciated. Yaz, not so much. She looks like she swallowed the water. Why you want to attract boys? She looks like she swallowed a bloody fly. She's got a face like a wet weekend. She really does. Then the spectral Jodie shows up. And she says, hey, I'm trying to separate you in your own time stream. Make it up. Oh, roll up, Bill. Yeah, so like, I don't know. They're all pissed off about everything. Then a weeping angel shows up in the video game they're playing. And they go, turn it off, turn it off. And it comes into real life. And Yaz has a stunning and brave idea of smashing the video games console. To get rid of the weeping angel, apparently. Whatever. So fine. So then, so we have like the weeping angel bit doing it. Then I put my notes. Holy shit! This is when I realized this is Chips and Whittaker trying to do Heaven Sent. It really is. It's really relying on her ability to deliver dialogue. which isn't good. She's not good. She's not good. Here we go. So, Doctor flashback, she confronts the Ravagers. So, Azur's there, but there's not Swarm. It's like this older bloke, kind of like Swarm. I don't know. It's like, does he regenerate into Swarm? Swarm, better and more interesting. It might be the same actor, or I know, but it's a different face look. Same species, but different look. He's older. So, Planet at Time is the Division's dirty secret. Something from the Dark Times. So the Dark Times is like, when they had the Vampire Wars, which I always kind of took was kind of, and they hinted this in the, I think the BBC Eighth Doctor range, right? Is that it was a war between science and magic, and the science being on the Time Lord side, and magic being vampires, which I thought that was quite so the Dark Times. It also could be like the Charlotte times, the times where they had the Rathlon's game. Who knows? Fine. Then there's a battle between time and space going on, apparently, and no planet can imprison time. And I'm like, what the? Talking about you annoying piece of shit. The Moray, so that big bloke with the black face on it, he has like lots of people in him, and that's how they keep their hostages. But they also the Doctor used one of those things. The Doctor Ruth used one of those things to put the Moray in, which is how they got into the Temple of Atropos, which is how they've been there ever since, apparently. Then Dogboy Dan captures the Ravagers in the time space vortex. Back in the time space vortex, the Doctor begs the Moray for 4 of them to replace the ones that burned out. I thought only 2 of them were burnt out, and now it's 4 of them. Hey, we just need to help. Please help us all. And again, they're like these big heads, and shit. The Irish Asian stunning and brave woman is attacked by Cybermen. They take her to him, but fortunately she's stunning and brave. Right? She's very stunning and brave, and she takes them all out. Pew, pew, pew. Again, because of course she's. Did I not mention she's Asian? She's a slightly pudgy Asian, but more fuckable than Rose Tico. How bad was this episode? Bad enough that I would probably have a finger put up my ass in lovemaking to avoid watching it, but not bad enough that I would have a fist put up my ass, right? So that's how bad it is, okay? Just so you understand, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And I have to really, love and care about the person, the young lady who I am with at that time. I'm assuming we're talking grease finger, okay? I'm not in for the going in dry, okay? I'm very nervous about the whole thing in general. Thank God I don't have to do it. I lucked out there. So she takes out the Cyberman because she's so stunning and brave. And then she interrogates one of the failed Cybermen. And she's like, what do you want? The universe is ending. Everything's falling apart. He said, we want to take over what's left of the universe because we would have it all. And then that's what the Daleks are going to do, and the Cybermen and the Sontarans, and who gives a shit? And then Simon says, but what's your mission? And she says, my mission's love. And I vomit in my mouth, and I want to hit myself in the head with a frying pan, in the face. Oh God, your mission's love. Oh, for the love of God, please, no, it's so shit. Okay. And also, she's got this emoji pad thing. What do you think? It keeps and it talks in emojis because This is written by idiot children or for idiot children, I guess. So then Vinder, so then we had Vinder and Cotton. They're having this secret meeting with these delegates to arrange something, and he says, "Okay, can you turn the recording off?" And Vinder says, "No, not allowed. That's against the law." I said, "Okay," he said, "I'm ordering you to do it." "I don't know. I'm ordering you to do it. I don't know." "Well, fine, I'll do it." He does it. Fine. Okay. So he then says, one last thing for a negotiation. Here's a list of 9 names. 5 of them, please return to us for trial for their crimes, and the other 4 are the family of our political rival. We would like them all killed horribly in some kind of accent, please. Vinder's not really up for that, really. So Vinder wants to report that to the Mandip Gill avatar. Mandip Gill, it's a showcase of how shit she is. This is like the opposite of a show reel for her. This should be her hide reel, right? This shows her that again. I've said this all along. Mandip Gill, lovely person. Where she should be in life is the makeup counter at Boots the Chemist. Okay, that's where she should be in life. Acting is not something like she can do Hollyoaks when it's not really acting, right? But she can't do real acting, which is you see tonight. It's really painful. So anyway, oh god. So we got another shit scene written by Chibnall when it's so shit, and Vinder's like, I swore my oath to the Constitution, not to a person. So obviously he's thinking about times that they're convinced that Trump tried to do, get people to swear loyalty to him and committed treason. In fact, it was the anti-Trump people who did that, the General Millers who did that. So whatever, right? It's just, oh god, everything is fine. It will for everybody. It blew their mind. The whole Trump thing blew their mind. Fine. Where are we up to? So he's saying, "Yeah, no, I have to report it. It's got to be." He said, "But the guy, Doc Cotton will whatever his name, Cotton will know about this." Oh, that must be why his nickname in Line of Duty was Dot. Okay, that makes sense. Fine. Okay, fine. My own personal relation. No, we got to report it. So then Mandip delivers. It's such a bad one. It says, "Okay, I can send the report or I cannot send the report." I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. Really? You worked that all by yourself, or did you have a team of monkeys to explain it to you? Motherfucker. Oh, God, it was so fucking bad. Oh, God, it was so bad. Oh, show me on the dolly where they hurt you. Everywhere. In my heart. That's where they hurt me. And he submits it, and that's how he ends up in the putrid outpost rows, watching the station, and he's not allowed to come home and see his girlfriend, who we later find out is pregnant. So how long have they been away from each other, and how long does his pregnancy gestate for? Again, these are just the questions that Chibnall will never think about and never be able to answer, because he is a moron. Okay, let's just call it what it is. He is a moron. Fine. And then I wrote my notes. Shit, this is both a boring and confusing mess, because it is. So then we find out that the dog boy Cavivisto, whatever, is actually the guy who was around Dr. Ruth. So I said, so there again, he was like, how? How is that freaking possible, right? I just, okay, it seems weird, but and then how were they enemies at first? Which, of course, he's totally forgotten. It's just dumb. And then she's ripped out and she's back in the vortex again, or whatever, the purple glowy things, looking at the giant heads of the Moors. And, hey, Icky Thump, I just need more time. Oh, I'm getting my memories back. Oh, can you give me a little bit more? I said, oh, no. Doctor, you're being too stunning and brave. is tearing your body apart. He said, no, I can be even more stunning and even more brave. Icky thump. I know I can. And I know this sounds unlikely, but this is a fair rendition of what happened. It really is. Right. It really is. No, he didn't have a beard, but he was a white man. So then we get to see one more flash, right? And now she's with this older woman. Now, Doctor has no idea what's going on. So, like, aren't you used to that yet, Jodie? Aren't you used to having no idea what's going on? Literally, I've seen every episode, and it's like, mostly you don't have any idea what's going on. Like, really? At what point don't you get used to this thing that you do always? So she's with this older woman, and we get some more weird info dump, right? And the older woman says, "What she knows everything that's going on. She knows who Jodie is. She said, this universe is over. It's done. She's dead. It's dying." And she said, the flux isn't natural. It was made for her, right? The flux was made for her. Okay. Swarman and Azor. So then, she wakes up and she's back in the temple of Anthropos. Amoria there. And the whole thing's working, and Swarm was like, ha, 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 this was my plan all along, right? All along. He said, we brought you here because we knew you would do this. And we wanted you to know some of your secret history that we know all about. And we could just tell you. But no, we want you to know about it, but this is the way. So then, so then they taunt Dan for a little bit, and they point out that they have the one-armed woman, his girlfriend, nearly within passenger, the big black. I don't know if he's a black gentleman, but he has a black mask on his face. He's there. She's like, "Hey, where am I?" Well, she doesn't do that with both hands. She's like, "Hey, where am I? And he's like, "Oh, we got to help him. She said, "Oh, we will." Oh, yes, she has no idea what she's going to do. So then they go. So then Zor and Swarm say what they want. They want to reign in hell, and then they vanish. So then we're in the temple. Yaz takes Vinda to the TARDIS. Did she bring the TARDIS? Oh yeah, the TARDIS did bring them there, right? And he's like, "Here, what's that?" He said, he's like, "Come and see." Yaz loves being a know-it-all and knowing things that other people don't. Gareth Morgan, how you doing? She loves being a know-it-all. They're just a grating, awful character played by a talentless actress. As showcased by tonight's episode, how insanely talentless she is. Breathtakingly talentless. She's so they can't go inside, and he opens the door, he goes in, and the doors are now on the floor because the TARDIS is breaking down. And he's like, "Wow, this wall, look at that." Yeah, it's bigger on the inside. He's like, "Is that a TARDIS?" She's like, "What? How do you know what TARDIS? Oh man, I like you." Yes. So I've always wanted to see one. So then Doc says, "Hey, we got to find out who this, I don't know what the swarm is, what the flux has to do with me." And the answer's like, "Well, what's it going to have something to do with you?" He says, "Oh, do I have to explain everything to you?" Icky thump. They just hate each other, those two. Fine. So the Irish Asian is connected to Vinda. We find out she's pregnant with his kid. Apparently, though, they haven't seen each other for years and years and years. I don't know how it's like, generally speaking, it's a 9 month pregnancy, but okay, whatever. And he was when he sent his message from what's the name station, Rose Outpost, it was to her. It said, "Hey, we're coming for you somehow." And the emoji thing is the baby talking to them. So it's Vinda who's been traveling. It's Vinda's girlfriend who's pregnant with his kid. So they take Vinda to his home planet. It's all wrecked. Well, the buildings are blown up, post-apocalyptic. The planet isn't eaten, though. It's just post-apocalyptic. So then he's like, no, leave me here. I'm going to find my girlfriend, who was the Asian chick. And he's like, fine, we'll just leave you here in the middle of nowhere to die horribly, looking for somebody who's clearly dead. And they leave him, right? They just leave him there. Catch him in. We had to have you play this character. Just had to. Otherwise, it would have been the worst ever. We had to. So then they leave, and then this is why I think they had help with the cliffhangers. You have a good cliffhanger, right? Yaz is on her phone, and a weeping angel appears, and then it appears in the TARDIS, and he's like, "Hey, don't blink at it." And he's like, "Oh," Dan said, "I think why not? I don't understand." He's like, "I think I blinked." And the weeping angel makes it over to the controls and starts piloting the TARDIS. And he's like, "Hey, take it up." Now that's a good cliffhanger, right? I like to give credit where I can give credit. That's a good cliffhanger. So I reckon Moffat wrote that cliffhanger for it, right? I don't think it's wrong because it's like, clunky exposition, badly and boringly told. Like, oh man, that was agony. It really was. It was not. Hey, let's look at an episode. How bad would I rank this one? It was painful. Okay, it was definitely painful. What's a Doctor Who episode guide? Doctor Who episode guide. I mean, listen, it's going to make the shitty animation on Galaxy 4 look so much better this week. Let me share this. Okay, now it's just frozen. Oh, there we go. Press the wrong button. That's why. There you go. That's the button I wanted. And the Daleks. I clicked that by mistake, but I always like a Daleks. I can't see how the rimless child. I don't know. This is it's so shit. It can't be staying in this form because it's just so shit. Okay, it's so unbearably shit. Fine. So let's have a look. So this episode was worse than the Woman Who Fell to Earth, worse than the Ghost Monument, worse than Rosa, around the same level Arachnis in UK, equal to Arachnis in UK. So it's worse than Sangha Conundrum, worse than Demons of the Punjab. Yeah, about the same level. Same level of as Arachnis in UK, Sangha Conundrum, Demons of Punjab, worse than Kablam, about the same as Witchfinders, about the same as Take You Away. Slightly better than the Battle of Ranxor of Kolos, which was shit beyond shit. Worse than the Resolution. Worse than Spyfall. Worse than Spyfall 2. Slightly better Northern 55. Slightly better than Nikolai Tesla's Titan Night Terror. Same as do same as Praxis, same as Can You Hear Me, slightly better than Can You Hear Me, slightly better than Haunting of Dilrodi, slightly better than Essential Sermon, slightly better than Timeless Children, worse than Halloween Apocalypse, worse than War of the Sartans. It's one of the worst ones she's done. It's in the bottom half. Oh, not good. This was I suffered for this one. All right, I really saw it. And the Daleks like, okay, tune into my my video tomorrow. What I'm going to do, I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to take screen grabs. Those Daleks look wrong to me, right? Those Daleks look just wrong. I don't know what it is, but they look just wrong to me. I think Shomron should just cast himself to play the Master. Yeah, why not at this point? And the Daleks. So, yeah, but they're talking about the universe ending. This universe is going to be over. Rumors of Davros telling Dr. Jodie to destroy all Daleks once and for all. Makes sense. The BBC will never have to deal with Terry Nathan estate ever again if the reboot. No, Russell Davies is going to insist on Daleks. right? So it's endemic to Doctor Who, and I think he's right. Right. Only time will tell how much damage Shomron has done. Will it recover? Oh, it depends. Listen. It depends. It all depends on Russell T Davies. Will it recover? Who knows? I will say we're on with a chance now, right? Underwater Menace says, "Thanks for making me a classic." Yeah. Oh God, this is going to make Galaxy 4 look so much better. Because oh God, this was so shit. Yeah, and I can't wait to see what the ratings are for Village of the Angels, and then I think they're losing 1 million viewers, right? I think by this time they're at, what the ratings at right now? Doctor, 1 second, let's have a look. I should have just opened up my chart. That would have been smarter, but never mind. Almost good. Your vote on how to win a box is almost good. Where's the ratings thing? Oh, here we are. Okay, so the overnight. So tonight, my guess is the overnight's going to be good. I think the overnight for this is going to be, I don't know, because I think it's lost a lot of people. I think the overnight for this will be about, well, it's a bad episode. I still think it'll be about over 3.5, right? I think it'll be over 3.5. But next week might be 2.5, right? And it's like, I think it's going to take a significant hit, right? I think it's going to take, this is going to be really, really, and like the AI, you're heading to the lower 70s if you're lucky. Yeah, you're taking a significant hit. I'm looking forward to seeing what the overnights will be. Again, I think it'll be over 3.5. Well, you know, and what I do have my ratings chart as well. That here, let me pull that up. Where is it? Is this the one? Fine, yeah, this one you can see. Oh no, here, no, that's the wrong one. This one's harder to read because this has the entire Jodie run on it, but it's fun to look at. Where is it? Over here. No, wrong one. Hang on 1 second. It's fine. So this is the Jodie Whittaker ratings for season 12 and 13, right? I put 11 and 13. It's harder to read. So this is when it goes into red, this is projected. All this stuff, right? I think 515 is reasonable for this consolidated. Over here, this is probably going to be a bit higher than 4.58, but I think 4.0, they're going to be lucky to get that one. We'll have to wait and see, right? But I'll show you the other one. This is the entirety of the Jodie run. I'm looking forward to when we get all the specials in, and so we can finally see how badly it's done. Here we go. Right, got a nice bump for Corona there. But yeah, I don't see them arrest. Again, I have to say, this is why so I'm mapping the real ratings over. I'm going to keep mine on, so we'll see how close I was. But yeah, man, this is really bad. This is really bad. This is really bad. It was a very bad episode. I've watched it so you don't have to. You're well welcome. You're welcome. Listen, you're going to hear a lot more pundits going on. Come back tomorrow. You'll get my video. Also, you'll get my review of Red Notice. Watched today. Freaking loved it. Freaking awesome. Gives you exactly what you want. I realized that Ryan Reynolds is essentially a live action Bugs Bunny, right? He does the Bugs Bunny thing. He gives you basically what you want as Bugs Bunny, but he's live action and does actiony stuff. And then you got The Rock and you got Gal Gadot. It was like, and they set up for a sequel. You know what? Just have the same cast, right? That's all you have to have the same cast. Do whatever you want with them. They're great, right? Gal Gadot is Gal Gadot. Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds, and The Rock is The Rock. They all just deliver exactly what you want. You have good action scene after good action scene after good action scene. It strikes me as a lot of it was done on green screen, like maybe the whole movie, and I don't really care, right? I don't really care. Comedy from the other channel was like, yeah, but they are not retaining anybody with this drivel. Dave Marlin, they are not retaining it. Like, no, you will turn in, people will be like, I don't understand. Click, it's gone. Forget it. This is a ratings killer. This one is going to significantly hurt them, in my opinion. Or not. Listen, we'll have to wait and see. Red Nose is on. So yeah, my review of that's also coming out tomorrow. Fine. With that, I'm going to say hit the end broadcast button. Gonna hit it again.